Hi everyone, my name is Lizzie. I'm a mission delivery specialist at Girl Scouts San Diego, and I'm here to teach you how to make lavender scented Play-Doh. So why Play-Doh? Because it's relaxing, it's scented, it's calming, it's easy to make, fun to do, and requires no cooking. So this is great if you're doing at home as well as if you're doing out camping with your troops. So ingredients that you're going to need to make the lavender scented Play-Doh are 2 cups of flour, 1 cup of hot water, half a cup of salt, 2 tablespoons of cream of tartar, 1 tablespoon of oil, about 6 to 10 drops of lavender, and then food coloring. I want to try to make my lavender Play-Doh a purplish color, so I'm going to use red food coloring and blue food coloring. So what you do is you take the 2 cups of flour, add your half cup of sugar, 2 tablespoons of cream of tartar, 1 tablespoon of canola oil, then about 6 to 10 drops of lavender, but it's up to you. You can make this a strong smelling, or if you want to go for a lighter scent, you use less drops. A stronger scent, more drops. So that was about 12 drops right there. And then I'm going to start adding food coloring. So I'm going to start with 10 drops of red, and then 10 drops of blue. Do you have to do 10? No. Can you do 20? Yes. Can you do 12? Yes. All right, so you can play with it to get the color that you want, and we'll work on that later as we start to add the water. So I'm just going to mix this really quick together. And now I'm going to slowly start adding the water. I add it in batches, so I'll do a little bit, mix it around, add more water. And remember, it doesn't have to be purple. What's your favorite color? So you're going to continue to mix that, adding the water. Once it's all mixed together, you're going to have a ball that looks something like this. It'll be a little moist, so what you can do is just throw some flour down on the counter and then roll it around till you get the consistency you want. You have your lavender scented Play-Doh. Hope you enjoyed it, and my name is Lizzie, and happy Outdoor Skills Weekend.
Here are a few different kinds of life jackets that you might use while you're paddling or doing other boating activities. Take a look at the label on the inside of the life jacket. It'll tell you what it's used for, what size person it's good for, and the condition of the label will tell you whether or not it's in good shape. The labels are intentionally meant to wear off as the life jacket gets older. Here are a couple of throwable flotation devices. We'll zoom in here and look at the label on this one. You can see it's starting to fade. It's time to get a new one.
Alright, now we'll talk about how to fit your PFD. So first I'm going to loosen all of the straps and check and make sure my Coast Guard approval is still intact, looking nice and fresh. Then you can put your PFD on just like you do any other type of jacket. You're gonna, if it's got a zipper, you'll start with that. And then you'll move on to the lowest buckle, flip, make that nice and snug. And then move your way up the PFD. This one has 1 strap on each side. Something that works a little better if you have a buddy too. And then you're going to check and make sure it's snug. You're looking to make sure that the straps of your PFD don't come above the bottom of your ears. And I'll show you in just a second why that's important.
When Kimberly's life jacket is well fitted, it holds onto her securely. It doesn't float up and away from her when she jumps in. And that makes the life dog happy.
You want to come in? Hi, sweetie.
Let's see what happens if the life jacket isn't fitted properly. She won't be protected, and even the dog knows it.
Hi everyone, this is Cora. I am going to talk to you today a little bit about compass work with little kids and some things that you can do just in your own yard or even inside your house if you don't have much of a yard. This isn't going to be a tutorial on specifically how to use the compass because we don't have enough time for that today. So what I'm going to do is just give some ideas for activities and some other things you can do with it, especially with little kids. So the first one I'm going to talk about is take your compass and you're going to line it up so that you find north. Have your child face north. And then what you'll do is you'll have them draw a picture of whatever it is they see when they face north, and have them do that for each of the single directions. So north, south, east, and west. So they'll have 4 drawings representing the 4 directions. Then you can take them somewhere else to another place, have them do the same activity, and they can start to see that they get different views from the different directions. It's also a simple enough activity that even daisies could do it as long as they have some letter recognition, since I'm not basing it off of numbers. Once the kids get a little bit older, you can give them specific compass points with numbers that they could do the same activity with. If you have much older girls, it would also be really cool to have them go on a walk and do sort of like an orienteering activity where they're basically creating a trail map with specific stops and points of interest along the way. They could share those on social media on a neighborhood website. They could share those with Girl Scouts so that certain areas would then have some of those things mapped. Like here in Alpine, we have Wrights Field, and it would be really fun to go out there with a sort of orienteering map and do something like that. Orienteering is a little bit like geocaching. You just use your compass to find the points that you're walking around trying to find. And you don't necessarily have something that you do at that point, but there's usually some sort of landmark there. And the girls could take a picture or draw a picture. One of the things that we talked about on Girl Scouts Love State Parks was doing nature journaling. And this would be a great way to include your nature journaling too. Give your kids a list of compass points, tell them to nature journal what they see from those compass points. And this could even be done inside your house with windows. What do you see out your window when you look north? What do you see out your window when you look south? Those sorts of things. Compass work does not have to be difficult or complicated. And these are activities that can be done by kids inside their houses, out in their yards, and without a whole lot of equipment right now. And it's also things that kids could be doing individually. So I hope that gives you guys some ideas. I'm also going to send Sarah some links with some more details on how to actually use a compass if you don't already have that information. Again, I'm Cora, and Sarah will have my email, and please feel free to contact me if you have any questions. Thank you.
Here's a trick you can use if something happens to your backpack and you need a replacement. Start with a pair of pants. Bring the cuffs together. And tie them tightly. A square knot would be just fine. Then bring those cuffs up to the waist and thread your string through the belt loops all the way to the other side. Like so. And then you have a little makeshift backpack that you can put your things into. Tie it up. And you can be on your way again. But you might not have any pants.